And the second thing we have to understand is the reef type. In this Reef Watch method, we divide it into 4 types. The first one is dense reef. Second one is patch reef. Third is wall reef or rocky reef. And the last is a submerged rock. So this is the first one, the dense reef. You dive in this area on the slope here, the coral become very dense here on the slope. So in that area we call dense reef. And this is rocky reef. This one means coral growing on rocky surface, like on the granite rock or limestone rock, which is not coral stone. The wall reef, or the one look like cliff, and the submerged rock, like in Andaman Sea, such as the Fantasy Rock at Similan Island. I'm not quite sure. I've got down there, so days. Yeah. Cell rock. Dead or alive, you have to understand this. Live coral, that means, live coral means the coral which still have living polyp, like this. The polyp might extend or might retract if it is disturbed, like this one. Still have polyp, but it retracts, but it's still alive. The living part is here. There's polyp. The dead part is covered with sediment or filamentous algae. So we have to understand what is live and what is dead. This is a living part covered with tissue, and this is a dead part with no tissue. This one is just recently killed or recently died, so no polyp. But sometimes when coral bleach, we have to understand and notice very clearly. Sometimes there is still coral tissue, but the tissue is very thin and it is like a transparent. You can see through, so it look like white, look like not alive, but sometimes there is coral tissue still there. So you should say that is live coral, but it is bleached. But in this one, no tissue, so it is dead. And you have to estimate the coverage of coral and some other thing, like this one. When you dive and you just estimate by your eye, like in this in picture, can you tell me how much live coral and dead cover? How much live? 20? 30? And the left is dead, right? Very good. Yes, very good. So, the Reef Watch doesn't have to lay the live transect, doesn't have to lay the measuring tape like Reef Watch. I used to teach Reef Watch before, teach to the dive operator like you, but it is very hard to retrieve the data back because most of the dive operators say they don't have time to do that because they don't have time to lay the live transect. They have to leave that gas behind, so no way. So that's why I use Reef Watch. You can do any time when you leave your gas underwater. I don't need, I say again, I don't need a very accurate data, just a very rough data that is still very useful. And this one, live coral is less than 5% on the reef flat. This one, live coral is I put the boundary with red line, maybe 30, 40, around that, right? And this one, first, if you see a picture like this, you have to estimate sand first. So about 50% sand, right? You agree? About 50 sand. 50% is sand. So another 50 is coral. And you have to think, in this 50% of coral, how much life and how much there. Okay? In this picture, most of them are alive. So maybe roughly I can say 40% is live coral and another 10% is dead coral. Right? This one. In the red boundary, that is dead part. So this one mostly they are living coral, maybe 60 to 70. So you just justify roughly maybe 65 live coral and 35 dead like that. Okay? You agree? This one half is alive and another half is dead. So 50-50. Right? So that is we got live coral, dead coral, sand, right? The third thing is this is look like dead coral. Actually it is dead coral, but the dead coral became like broken into small pieces and scattering on sand floor. So I like to call the whole thing as coral rubble on sand. So this is the whole thing is coral rubble on sand, okay? Another category. Not confused, right? Another one, this is quite easy. 50% sand, or maybe a bit more. 60% sand and 40% live coral. This is what? Rock. Almost 100% is rock. Maybe coral is just only 5%. Right? And we have live coral, dead coral, sand, rock, coral rubble or sand. And next is other. The sixth one is other. Other means the organism that grow attached firmly on coral. Not the walking thing, but just the thing that attached like this one, the coral moth, the small, like a very tiny anemone. So this one is coral moth. It will fall into the other category. Okay, we call this other. Also zoanthids. Zoanthids is also in the other category. We put in only one category. Sponge also. Sea anemone also in the other group. We have live coral, dead coral, sand, rock, coral rubble, other, and the next is algae. Just only macroalgae. Macroalgae means the big algae. Maybe like there's a blade like this, very leafy like on the top one, or like a